Hello and welcome. My name is Dean Manheimer. It's my pleasure and my privilege to share with you tonight what I call the Dubli story. You've been invited to this presentation by someone who should have given you a tour. This is kind of a little bit of homework. If you've not done it, I'd like to give to you a tour of what we call Dubli.com, and that is the retail portion of our business. The reason I say that is in this presentation tonight, I'm going to go over the high points, but it is important that you do understand the details and the value of what Dubli is bringing to the public. So if you've not had that tour, whoever invited you on this presentation, when you get back with them, please make sure you ask them for that tour. Also, if you have any questions, our job and my job tonight is to give you information so that you've got the facts to be able to make a good decision for you and your family. And if you've got any questions, then get back also who invited you on the presentation. Let them know what your questions are, and they will get you the information that you need. So again, you can make that good decision. Whatever decision you make, God bless, it's your decision, but our job is to make sure that we give you everything that you need to make that decision. So let me begin first of all and talk a little bit about the kind of the industry, if you will. It's called e-commerce that Dubli is part of. Now we've all seen the presentations on television, and we've heard the reports on radio, and we've read about it in the newspapers and the periodicals about how e-commerce is exploding and how the brick and mortar sales are retracting while the internet sales are increasing. And you can just see from the screen here that in the last roughly 4 years it's grown from over $1 trillion to $2 trillion, which is just scratching the surface. It is literally just the beginning. So you're going to be involved in something that's explosive, and you can see how it's broke up by region of the world, so it's not specific to just the U.S. or one country. This is a global growth that is taking place. So it's very exciting to know that you're going to be involved in something that is moving that quickly and that you're really at the forefront of it. And in terms of Dubli, what we'll talk about tonight, what I'll cover in terms of the high points, is a lot of what they currently offer today. And the reason that I say today, because over the number of months and years to come, Dubli is going to continue to roll out more and more value for the consumer. But you're going to all have an opportunity to see what they offer in terms of shopping, of entertainment, of travel, telecommunications, literally the billions of products that they have available, and how the personalization will take place. And you'll be able to see some details on that as I take you through the presentation. But let's talk a little bit about the company, because the way that I've always looked at things is if you're going to invest some time and energy of your own and some money of your own, you want to know that you're going to invest it in with a company that is there for the long term. It's there, what I call there for the long haul. One of the things that I've learned is you want to know that whatever company you're engaging with is at least 5 years old. We know that most startup companies fail within their first 3 to 5 years, and any company that has at least gone past the 5-year mark has gone through that point of time that just doesn't allow for them to move forward. So it is just part of of knowing that you've got something going for you. Now, Dubli is a publicly traded company in the OTC. They were founded in June of 2003. So again, 2003 to where we're at today, it's a 12, 13-year-old company, and it's gone well past that 5 years. And they have their headquarters in Seattle, but also they've got 9 regional offices around the world. So you can see that there's a global footprint with this company in terms of their structure and the ability to take advantage of that e-commerce that we were just talking about. The second point that most people want to look at when they're looking at a potential business is the kind of people that you have behind the scenes who's guiding the company and then who's also running the company. I'm not going to go into a great deal of detail as it relates to these individuals. As a publicly traded company, you can literally go online, you can pull the credentials, you can pull the backgrounds on all of these individuals. Many of these individuals have been with Fortune 500 companies, held responsible roles, very successful, and have done exceptionally well in their jobs and the responsibilities that they've had with those other companies. And so what Dubli has done is they've taken the time, and it has taken some time, to find the right people to put into the positions that they have, from the board of directors to the operations people, including the CEO, Mitch Hill. And so, again, you can do your own due diligence, but just know that the company has done what is necessary over years to be able to find those right people. And Michael Hansen is the founder of Dubli. He's what I refer to as the brainchild, the brain trust behind the creation of Dubli, and he surrounded himself with a very, very talented team. So let's talk about the offering to the public. You know, specifically, what is it that the customers are going to be wanting to take part of? And the reason that I spend a little bit of time on this on the front end of any presentation is because this is the underpinning. This is the most important piece, and that is what is available to the public. Now, Dubli.com has some amazing values that they offer, and here's the approach that Dubli takes to the consumer. Unlike a lot of other companies that try to convince you to buy their product because it's a new formulation, it's cheaper, stronger, taller, faster, whatever the sales pitch is, what Dubli says is buy from the brands and the stores you already trust. I mean, we don't have to convince somebody that Kohl's is a great brand, Penny's is a great brand, Nordstrom's a great brand, Expedia is a great brand. I mean, these companies have spent millions of dollars, tens of millions of dollars, some of them hundreds of millions of dollars over the years branding themselves with the consumer. And the customers trust them, and they trust the products. So what Dubli says is buy from who you trust, buy the products you believe in and trust. You're doing it, you're going to do it anyway, you're doing it online. Try it through us once. Let us see if we can help you get it at a better price, a convenient way, a buying experience that you'll enjoy. If you can, you'll use us, and if you can't, you won't. And oh, by the way, on the best deal, the best price, the best of the best delivered to you at your home, Dubli will pay you cash back on exactly the same product, the same company, the same store that you would not get if you went direct to do exactly the same thing. So it's an amazing offering. And Dubli has over 10, it's actually expanded. It's over roughly 15,000 brands on a global basis. When you translate that into numbers of stores globally, because a lot of stores will operate under different names in different countries, you're really talking about hundreds of thousands, over 1 billion products. The companies that are affiliated with Dubli, and it's all the majors. Every major brand you can think of is there. And they've got special coupons and special time release sales that are made available for the consumer through Dubli. And the more a customer uses Dubli, then the more customized it becomes, so that if you take an example, if you had 20 million customers, literally with Dubli, there are going to be 20 million customized websites that focus on the likes and the preferences to the consumer, and it's continually fine-tuned to give them the best options that are available. Multiple languages, multiple currencies. The emails and newsletters that are made available also are customized directly to them. We're going to talk just briefly here in a moment about the apps, so the smartphones, which are used in many regions of the world exclusively versus computers. The Dubli SaveMate is also a very unique way for the customers to register with Dubli one time, so that they don't even have to come back to Dubli and go to Google, Bing, whatever search engine they use, and the SafeMate will always make them available, or remind them, I should say, that they have cash back. And so if they went to Google and they Googled a product, or they Googled a store or a service, it pops up and it tells them what their cash back is to activate that cash back. So once they've done it one time, like I say, they don't ever have to come back, but they will always be reminded so that they never lose the opportunity for that cash back. Even if they went direct to a store. So if they're not using Google or Bing, if they go directly to Walmart, if they go directly to Nordstrom, they go directly to whomever, at the top it's going to activate, and it's going to pop up and tell them, activate your cash back. You know, let's not leave money on the table. Here, this is, and we're talking cash, folks. Absolute cash that will come back to them ultimately, that they can put into a Dubli brand and MasterCard, they can put into their bank account, they can do with it as they wish. They could take it offline and use it at a store, use it at the gas pump if you want gas, whatever you want to do. And it's an amazing offering that Dubli has put in place for the consumer. Again, as we see this move forwards, you look at the apps for all the smartphones, and again, as I mentioned, there are certain regions of the world that, you know, the smartphones are more prevalent than the computers. The same applications will apply for the smartphone users. Simple, easy, quick to access, quick to find what they're looking for. The same situation where they don't have to worry about being forgotten in terms of their cash back. The ability from their smartphone to smartphone friends, relatives, people that they know, they're getting a great deal, they're getting great service, saving time, saving money, and they have the ability to tell a brother, sister, friend, you got to check this out. I mean, this is amazing on what we have being offered to us. So that app is going to make it easier for them. And by the way, for those of us engaged in the business, things like the smartphone and the apps, things like the SaveMate, This is literally taking our customer base, which we're bringing great value and great service to, and having them bring to us more and more customers in a way that expands our customer base, which we're in the business of accumulating, but at the same time allowing the consumer to be able to share the good news and have some rewards and some benefits in doing so. So the simplicity is this: they sign up for free. Once they're signed up, they literally start shopping. Go pick out the store, whatever you want to do, and that immediately allows them to start earning the cash back so that they can start accumulating that. And a lot of times it's not just about cash back, folks. It's about what they will use the cash back for. In other words, today's world, there are families. They have young children. Now they want, all parents want their kids to be able to go to college, and we all know that the price of education today has absolutely gotten expensive. And parents today are worried about, will their kids be able to afford to go to college? Will they be able to afford to help them go to college? The cash back, the accumulation of the cash back can be a means by which it creates what I call a family fund for them. And over the years of them doing what they've got to do to take care of their family, they can accumulate some funds to help their child go to college if that happens to be a desire. It could be the ability for a spouse to be able to retire. It could be the idea that, with both families, or both husbands and wife working in a family, all the money being earned just pays the bills and helps them get by, month to month. There's never any extra left over for a family vacation to create those memories and dreams that they all want to have with their children. So here's a great way that you can use the cash back over the course of the year to fund that family vacation. In other words, it can be and is whatever the consumer is wanting to have. Now, the cash back comes in basically three types. Two of them are free, and then there's a small charge for the third one. The customer signs up as a basic customer. And again, I've walked you through how it works. The basic customer gets all the cash back, everything that I've showed you. The stackable deals aspect of it means this: if a customer is registered with a store, and because they're registered with that store, they get coupons or discounts or some benefits. They get all of that as well, even though they came through Dubli. If they are using a credit card that the provider gives them cash back or frequent flyer miles, whatever the benefit is, they get all of that. So in other words, they get the best of the best, all that's available, everything to them, plus they get cash back from Dubli they can't get doing exactly the same thing. Now the Premier is also free. And one of the things that Dubli has done is they have implemented a term called gamification. And the best way I guess I can explain gamification really quickly and easy is Starbucks. I'm a big Starbucks lover. I love the lattes, and I'm in and out of those all the time. I've downloaded the app on my phone, and so every many drinks you get, they give you these stars for each purchase. You have 10 stars and they give you a free drink. So that's called gamification. All of the stores today, all of the commercials you see there, they've all built some fashion of gamification. And so it's just a way of engaging the customer. It's fun, it's exciting. They get something for free. They have a way of measuring what they do. And Dubli's got what we call boost points, and you earn boost points when you write a report on a product you bought, or you refer somebody, or you download the Save Made, or there's just a lot of different ways. It's fun, it's exciting. And when they have 500 boost points, which comes very quickly, by the way, it doubles their cash back. So the customers engage for doubling the cash back. It's a pretty good reason to want to engage, but it's also because it's fun. And so the basic customers for the first 90 days will be grandfathered to Premier, and then they'll see the wisdom in staying there, and then they get the double the cash back. But it's also free, by the way. You cannot buy the Premier. And then the VIP customers, the VIP Lounge is $99. They get everything the Premier gets. They get everything the Basic gets. They will get an additional 6% on top of every dollar they spend, regardless of where they go. And again, and that's on top of anything they get as a Basic or Premier. There will be limited time coupons and savings being offered by the stores and the suppliers that are only for VIP customers with Dubli. And then there are some additional benefits as a VIP customer in the lounge. Some of it's going to apply to travel and travel extensions in terms of holidays and vacations, but it's a very, very lucrative membership for the customer for a mere $99 a year. I mean, you take one trip and you've already got more than that back. You got a couple $100 cash back or whatever. So the customers will, once they've engaged and they're using it, almost all of them without exception will always be upgrading to the VIP membership. And the simplicity of it in terms of how do you get your cash back, what do you do with it? The customers can use PayPal, the Dubli branded card. Bitcoin is, out there today. You can use that. You can do a wire transfer. You can do your bank, put it on your bank account. So in other words, it's simple, it's easy, it's user-friendly, consumer-friendly. So getting access to that cash back is really no problem at all for the customers. And there's customers already using it. So there's already stories out there on how, customers accumulated $800 in cash back over the course of the year, $1,000, $2,000. And it's all the stories that are written by people that have been using it and absolutely enjoy it. And so as Dubli continues to move forwards, and especially now as it's starting to really, will start now to hit stride, you're going to hear more and more from the customers on the value of what Dubli has been offering to them. And again, that is the foundation and that is the base. And as we move forwards, Dubli will be offering significantly more in advantages to the consumer. So let's talk now a little bit about the business side. And for those of us who've chosen to engage in Dubli, now I'm going to take you through the compensation plan. I'm also going to take you through the methods by which you can engage with Dubli. But on the compensation side, I'm going to hit the high points. I'm not going to go into a great amount of detail. You can get back with who invited you on the presentation, and they will take you through the specifics line item by line item on how through the 8 ways to earn the money is actually earned. I will give you the high points on that. Also, when you've engaged with us and you become a business associate, there's some very extensive training just to help you to kind of grasp the significance here, because it's a very, very powerful comp plan and it rewards people very, very well. And again, as you can see here, everything from personal customers, 20 to 30%, the memberships, we all get paid on 20%. Build a business and organization of consumers worldwide. You'll earn anywhere from 5 to 27.5%. We've got fast start bonuses, cycle bonuses. In other words, we have put together a business plan, or Dubli has put together a business plan and a model that will reward people quickly up front, because people need to make some money quickly. It builds confidence. It gives them some funds that they'll need to continue to expand their business, grow their business. It gives them some funds to do some things that they want to do with their family, but it also helps them to recognize the fact that the long-term business, the residual income business, which is quite frankly why we're all here, it's to know that over a 2, 3, 4 year period of time, we can build a business that once it's in place and it's retail driven, consumer driven, whether we work or don't work, that income will be there year in and year out. And we call it an exit strategy. You can call it your golden parachute, whatever you'd like to refer to it. But it basically is a financial number, and it's your financial number. And whatever that is, 5,000, 10,000, 50,000 a month, whatever it is, you pick your number, what you need for you and your family. And when you see that funded from your personal customers and your organizational customers only, you're literally done, because they are engaged in what they do, because the value that Dubli brings to them and their family with no knowledge or even interest in a business opportunity. That's a very, very powerful compensation plan that guarantees you that residual income. But how do you get started? There's a couple of ways. First of all, we all pay a $99 business license, and that gets us engaged in the business, gets us a lot of the tools, the things that we need. There's a $39 very nominal annual renewal fee that just lets keeps us active in the business, if you will, on a year-to-year basis. Then we select a package. Now, the package, and there's 2 types of packages, is designed to fit your personal business plan, whatever your plan is. Now, one package is what we call our team member package. It's $495. It includes 6 of the VIP memberships. I just showed you that each membership is worth $99, so we're basically talking about $600 worth of product. You're going to use one for yourself, because you're going to want to be your own VIP customer, take advantage of it, and also get paid on your own purchases. Pretty good deal. And then you have 5 left, and when you sell the 5 of those packages, that's $500. You basically got your cost dollar back as you build your business. So that's number one. That's one way to start your business. The second way is with what we call the PPA package, the Partner Program Accelerator Package. Now, first of all, it's $2,475. This package is designed for two types of people. Number one, it's designed for successful people who, regardless of their line of endeavor, have come to Dubli. They're experienced business people. They want to move quick. They've learned how to take care of customers. They've learned how to take care of employees. They've learned how to build. They want to maximize their income. They want to move through the ranks within the Dubli compensation plan and minimize the money that they leave on the table. That's one type of individual that selects this package. The second is through the partner program, we have the ability to market what are called co-branded sites. I've shown you Dubli.com through Dubli. But on the partner program, there are also, whether they're profit companies or nonprofit companies, could be an airlines, it could be a school, it could be a church, that engages with the partner program. Their logos go at the top, not Dubli's, and the reason that they do that is they earn a 30% commission on all the commissionable transactions generated that allows them to monetize their database, create the funds by bringing value and service to their database, not selling them something, bringing value and service to their database in a way of saying thank you for your support and your help, and at the same time partner with Dubli to earn the revenue to expand whatever their cause is. Now, in this particular package, it includes a $99 license fee, so that doesn't have to be paid extra. It includes 30 of the VIP memberships, so again, roughly $3,000 for the product. It includes a $1,000 certification training for the partner program. Even if somebody chose not to buy this package and started at $495, ultimately wanted to market the partner programs, they would have to pay the $1,000, go through the certification training so Dubli knows that you know how to handle that aspect of the business. So, but that's included in this. So you don't pay that extra. It doubles your commission, organizational commission, getting started very quickly. And it will allow you to have access to what we call customer pages. They're splash pages, squeeze pages, depending on what term you want to use, so that they're branded to you. And if you do online marketing, it allows you to be able to use those and know that those customers are going to be attached to you. So it's roughly $4,500. It's $4,463 in value for $2,475. So again, one or two people, this is what they're going to select. What you select is up to you. It's up to you. Let it fit your business plan. Now, let's talk on the high points about the commissions and how we earn money through the 8 ways that I showed you. One is on our personal customers. And again, you're going to earn 20 to 30% on every commissionable transaction that your customers enroll. These are not just customers you personally enroll. These will be customers you personally enroll who they refer somebody, who they refer somebody, who they refer somebody. So you may have enrolled 10, 15, 20 people, and those people over the course of time could grow to 100, 500, 1,000 people, but they're all treated as if you personally enrolled them, and you earn 20 to 30%, depending how, as you grow your business, how many VIP members you have. Once you have your 20% up to 9 customers, 10 customers to 19, you're at 25, you get over 20 is 30%. So that'll come to you very, very quickly. Here's just a quick example because I want you to understand the significance of that. This is an example of just 100 customers. A business associate, 100 customers. We're going to say 80 of them are free, 20 of them chose to be VIP. There's a number, $150 on an annual basis that Dubli has been able to identify as annual cashback to a basic customer. Now, that particular number is going to grow, by the way, significantly with the new values and everything that's being rolled out, but we're going to stay with a conservative number. So if you do the math, 80 at $150 and then 30% commission on that is $3,600. The VIP members at 20, it's the same basic cash back at $150. So you do the math on that, it's $900, but you also earn the commission on the VIP memberships. That's $396. So for basically 100 customers, that's $4,896 on an annual basis. Not bad, small little customer base. You can do the math on it. That's 100. You could have 1,000. You could have, again, time. This thing will grow. It may be 50 basic, 50 100, 50 VIP. But anyway, it's just designed to give you a quick snapshot. Now, I want to talk to you about how we rank advance in our business. In other words, how do we get our promotions? Because this will apply to the rest of the compensation. Somebody starts at $495, they're given the title of team member, and that's what TM stands for. When you enroll 3 people who personally become team members, $495, you get promoted to team leader. That's what the TL stands for. It's your first promotion. Help those 3 people who are team members also become team leaders just like you. You get another promotion to team coordinator. Duplicate the process again. You're going to help those 3 team leaders do what you did to help them become team coordinator, just like you did. You get another promotion to sales director. If you were to map this out, you start with 3, who get 3 is 9, who get 3 is 27, 39 people in a perfect world, which, by the way, we do not live in. 39 people could get you to sales director. Most sales directors, when they get there, have anywhere from 50 to 200 people. Just depends on how they're building their business. And then the top 2 positions in our business are vice president, senior vice president, and it changes a little bit there. You need to have at least 5 sales teams. Some place needs sales team needs to be a sales director. They don't need to be personally enrolled. When you have 5 sales directors, then you make vice president, and the top position is senior vice president. Same basic structure, except that you need to have 5 vice presidents in separate organizations, and then you make the senior vice president. I'm going to come back to this here in a moment to give you a better idea on earning capabilities, but I wanted you to see that because I want to go through the other pieces very quickly here. The other part, number 2, the 10% fast start bonus, if you personally enroll somebody, you get 10% of whatever they start with. $495, $49.50, to $24.75, to $47.50. 10% right off the gate, so you can see how that works quickly. Then we use a binary for what we call the front end portion, and it's part of our fast start, part of what we refer to as our fast start. Now you may sponsor 5, 10, 15, 20 people, and they will be personally enrolled by you. But for the sake of the fast start bonus, we're going to put the company, and you will choose how you want this to happen. We'll go into 2 sales teams, one right, one left, and that also represents a 10% commission when you do the math on it. So what I want you to understand, you're going to get 10% off the top, you're getting a 10% here, so that's 20%, and then they're also going to give you what we call matching bonuses on all that you personally enrolled. If you enroll 5, 10, 15 people, and as they also earn some income off of that binary side, that 10% I was just showing you, you will earn 10% of their check. So if their check is $100, you get $10 on their check. If their check is $1,000, you're going to get $100. Multiply it by the number of people you enrolled. Very handsome, very nice way of rewarding people for building a business. And then as you move through your ranks from team leader all the way up to senior vice president, then they will pay generation matching bonuses. Same scenario. It's on their binary check, that second step, the 10% check portion. Whatever their check is, you will earn 10%. But in the generation side, it's based on equal or higher rank. So it's not based on level. So you could be a sales director and you're earning 3 generations, 2 generations of 10 and 1 of 5. This could actually go 15, 20, 30, 50, 100 levels down. So all I want you to do if you're making notes is that the company has set this up to reward people very well up front to generate some good money to sustain their business, and they're rewarding people who are building their business and are active. And so that's very beneficial. Then the unilevel side, the back end, what we refer, this is our exit strategy income. This is the residual income. Also based on the ranks, as you see here again, I just wanted to bring you back to that. And it works this way. On those same titles that I showed you, team member, team leader, all the way up to senior vice president, each one of those positions has 5% assigned to it. So a team member is entitled to earn 5%. Team leader is entitled to 5% for a total of 10. The PPA, remember, doubled your income. So it's basically like the same as a team leader. A team coordinator also earns 5%, so their cumulative total is 15. Sales director picks up 5 for an accumulative total of 20. Vice president picks up 5 for a cumulative total of 25. Senior vice president picks up 2.5 for a cumulative total of 27.5. This compensation, I refer to it as a differential. Here's what it means. If you're a sales director at 20%, that's what you're entitled to. One of your sales teams is led by a team coordinator. They're entitled to 15%. The differential is 5%. So you're going to earn 5% on that entire organization to the bottom on every customer transaction generated, regardless of how deep it goes. If you're a sales director, 20%, and it's a team leader sales team that's led by a team leader, the differential is 10%, goes all the way to the bottom. If you're a vice president at 25%, and it's a team coordinator 15, it's 10% all the way to the bottom. So that's why that residual income can be so powerful. You can have enrolled 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, up to you. You can have a small business, you can have a medium-sized business, you can have a national, international business. It's strictly up to your business plan. And even as you build your business, you're going to run into people of equal ranks that starts at team coordinator. So if you're a team coordinator and one of your team is led by a team coordinator, you're going to earn a 2% generation override on that entire organization to the bottom. Sales directors pick up 2 generations, 2 and 1. Vice presidents, 3 generations, 2 and 1. Senior vice presidents, 2 generations, 1.5 and 1. Don't let percentages fool you, folks. you take dollars and cents to the bank. You don't take percentages. And you have the ability to, when you've got a business that has thousands, hundreds of thousands of transactions being generated, the income can be phenomenal. Here's an example. Now, here is an organization that has only 30 customers per business associate. You're going to have 20 are free and 10 are going to be for the VIP. And this is with an organization of only 100. And that's a relatively small organization. So when you look at the 100 times 20 basic, there's your 2,000 customers. 20 times the 100 times 10, here's your 1,000. Here's your extensions. You know, this is the membership. You do the math at 20%. There's your earnings. The same $150 I showed you earlier. Here's the extension, the mathematical extension on it, and here's the total. So with an organization of 100 business associates with only 30 customers, 20 are free, 10 are VIP, you make $55,000 a year. Not too bad. If you had 1,000, it's over $500,000 a year. And again, you can change the numbers. Maybe they got not 30, they got 100. And maybe out of the 100, 30 of them are VIPs. Again, it's designed to only give you a snapshot. That's it. All the tools you need, the marketing tools, online, offline, top of the line, great quality, class has been done for you. It's made available for you, coded to you. The Dubli Academy for your education, to make sure you're trained well, is set in place for you. The industry is, or the business already being talked about in the industry in terms of the media. You know, there's television shows and there's magazines that are already talking about Dubli and Michael Hansen and what's going on out there. And the last thing that I want to talk on roughly is the partner program. You know, that's that 30% that the partner earns, and I talked about it being a co-branded site. So in other words, instead of Dubli's logo up here, it's the partner program. It could be a school, it could be an airline, it could be whatever it is, and they're doing it because they get a 30% revenue stream. They're generating the capital. In other words, they're gonna monetize their own database and the extension of that database, any referrals that come from it. Here's a small example. This is a partner program with only 10,000 customers. Now, there are partner programs out there that have millions. This one has 10,000 engaged in the business. Same 80-20 rule. So 10,000 customers, 80% are free. There's 8,000 of them, 2,000 of the VIP. Same math extension, folks. So you do the math. Here's the earnings here. Same $150 annual cash back to the customer. Do the extension on it. And then here's at 30%. So here's their earnings, and then that partner earns a little over $500,000 with a small partner program of only 10,000 customers. And the business associate who enrolled it, the minimum that a business associate will earn on a partner program is 10%. And so on that minimum, they're earning just a little bit under $170,000 a year. So again, the partner program can be a great tool for the partners to monetize their database, and also a great way to accumulate customers in a hurry. Question is, for those of you that understand, which package do you choose? That's up to you. What is your business plan? Do you want a small regional business, national business, international business? You want to grow slowly? You want to grow quick? You want to maximize your income? Whatever your business plan is, one of these packages will fit it. But you make the choice. The decision is yours. You know, the advantage that I have is that before I ever got involved in this industry, the direct sales industry, is I was trained and educated in the traditional brick and mortar retail world. And I was there when Walmart was out in the rural area. They hadn't even moved in cities yet. And so I saw the evolution that took place when they came into the cities and became the giant that they are today. And that took a number of years, obviously, that all took place in. And there are books written on Sam Walton and on Walmart and how they changed the dynamics of the public forever. I believe in the next couple of years you will see books, again written, but this time on Dubli, and on how Dubli has changed the dynamics of the public again, but on a global basis in a way that's unprecedented. You see, this is not only about the opportunity to engage in a tremendous business, it's also part of the also an opportunity to be part of history in the making. That's why I say, for me, it's a privilege, it's a pleasure to be able to share what I call the Dubli story. Please get back to invited you on the presentation. If you've got questions, let them get your questions answered. If you've not had a tour, have them give you a tour. But whatever you do, don't let this opportunity get by you. It truly is going to be one of those once-in-a-lifetime opportunities. Again, my name is Dean Manheimer. I want to thank you very, very much. It is my pleasure, my privilege. I will see you on our next presentation.